My name is Bradley Robertson, and I'm from Wisconsin. I chose to pursue finance at GCU. GCU is probably one of the best schools you could go to if you want to get into finance. At least that's been my experience and the experience of a lot of my friends. Earning the finance degree was the best choice for me because I always thought of college and the opportunity to be here as more than just the technical skills. I've always been a natural leader and have been able to communicate. And so I realized, okay, I should have something technical to be able to pair with that. I chose finance, not entirely on a whim, but I felt like that was the most technical aspect of business that I could choose. I think the skill and the mindset that I had that served me well was kind of having an entrepreneurial spirit about things. I feel like that's something I've learned as a whole from GCU. I had a lot of great people that came alongside me that became mentors, even though some of them were younger than me. And kind of laying that pride aside, it allowed me to just be gifted so much wisdom and knowledge and so many skills that were not my own until other people gave them to me. And I think being resilient and persistent and being willing to be the person that doesn't know something, acknowledges that, and is okay with it, allowed me to learn more in a semester than I feel like some people get the opportunity to learn in 4 years. Just right off the bat, was blessed that they honored my GPA from high school. I've worked my entire life, and despite that, the majority of schools that I looked at, I would have had no chance to be able to afford. So just the fact that I could go to a Christian private school out of state and be able to pay for that myself, within the first few months of graduating, I'll be debt-free. But I would not be able to say that if I went to the majority of the other schools that were on the list. GCU has helped shape my future goals and career path by just opening up my understanding of what was even out there. I just didn't know what the options were, and I definitely found those here. I got an incredible internship in private equity back in Wisconsin. I had a couple of job offers on the table because of skill sets I learned here. The reputation of GCU was kind of a non-factor just because of how clear I felt the Lord led me here. But the fact that GCU is one of the largest universities in the country and God had done so much in my life, those things kind of seemed to just fit. After being here and seeing the amount of care that professors and faculty have, and just the fact that they choose to teach here when they could probably be anywhere, and they choose to pour that passion and attention into GCU is mind-blowing. I have friends that have outcompeted Ivy League students for internships because of the relationships that they built through GCU. The learning experience for me at GCU is just an adventure. I made a lot of friendships and have always held myself to a high academic standard. Opportunity is what you make of it. You're either gonna apply yourself and you're gonna get a ton out of it, or you're gonna do the opposite and you might still scrape by with the bare minimum. But I feel like looking back academically, I got the most out of GCU. My favorite part about attending GCU was definitely the relationships, the other structures that support college, the academics, the programming, the great dorm rooms and apartments and all that. It's all there, right? And get Chick-fil-A whenever you want. But it was the relationships and the friendships and the community that I found above all else. It was really special. If I were to just talk to myself in my shoes, an aspiring finance student, the reason that you should attend GCU is because there is a laundry list of some of the most successful, wise, talented people that I've ever met, and they're all going to be advocates for you if you ask them to be. And if you invite them into that process, there is not a place in the country or a skill to learn that you could not. And I think that's why GCU is special, because the people that are supposed to be helping you steward your education and your future actually care. Looking back, I'd have no hesitation. This is where God wanted me to be, and I'd be back at GCU and snap of a finger studying finance, even if you gave me every other option under the sun.